This is all this court is about, how much you've paid to Ms. Starr over the years. Ms. Starr will have the opportunity to review that and refute it or agree to it at the settlement hearing.
Ms. Cusick, let me ask you, Ms. Davis, a question.
Yes, sir.
So how about he brings in like receipts where he's bought his kids shoes or clothes? Is that what y'all want to see?
We want to see child support payments. If
So
there are
so
direct payments to
not
Ms.
where he's
Starr,
went to the mall and bought the kids clothes. You don't want to see that. Is that child support?
it is not child support, Your
What
Honor.
about when he took them out to eat lunch? That's child support?
No, Your Honor. That's being a father, Your Honor.
Yeah. What do I need to do? I need a lawyer on this case because we always get.
Welcome back to Family Court Drama. On today's episode, we have a child support hearing. The father is disputing that he owes back child support. He claims he's been involved in his children's lives since day one. But sadly, he will find out that all family court cares about is whether he can prove it with receipts. If he doesn't have receipts, then unfortunately, this story will not end well.
All right, y'all swear affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Cusick.
Your Honor, this case is also an adjudication of arrears. The non-custodial parent did not appear for the in-office settlement, and the custodial parent did appear for that settlement back in January. If I could please have the agent give us our numbers.
Yes, the CP's affidavit indicated $45,207.87 as of May 3rd, 2022. We brought the number forward. The arrears as of January 31st, 2023 is $48,090.37. The current payment is $450. In the repair, we're asking for $90 to start March 1st, 2023.
Ma'am, can I speak on this case?
Yes, Mr. Calhoun, do you have any evidence of payments made to the custodial parent?
Ma'am, I have no gaps in my kids' life. And first of all, two of my
Do you
boys.
have any evidence of
Hold on.
payments, sir?
Hold on, Mr. Calhoun. Hold on. Just answer her question, okay? Just answer directly her questions, and then I'll hear something else.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have evidence of paper. I need time to gather. If y'all don't want to hear from me, then I need to have time to get my.
I definitely want to hear from you, sir. I'm just asking.
Hold on, Mr. Calhoun. We did not say we didn't want to hear from you. I just want you to answer her questions. Then I'll hear anything extra you need to say, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do have evidence.
Okay, and what kind of evidence do you have? I understand you don't have it with you today, but if we were to agree to a continuance, what evidence would you be able to present?
I just had to go back and find receipts. I sent cash outs. It's a lot of ways I send money. And first of all, two of my boys been grown, they 23 and 21. Like they shouldn't even be on my case. And my 12-year-old, I have never had gaps in his life. Like, how do I owe this much money? Like, where did they get this from? She enclosed this case 3 times.
Mr. Calhoun,
she playing with me. Like, I don't understand.
Let me interject something. This may stop a whole bunch of stuff later on. You, a non-custodial, both parents are responsible for their children from the day they're born.
No doubt, no doubt.
So there's a set amount, and let's say your 21-year-old was set child support is supposed to be, let's just say hypothetically, $264 a month. You were responsible to pay that from the day that child was born to the day the child ages out, graduates high school, emancipates, turns 18. Okay, so now hold on. Now, if in between that, I think it's a son, maybe your 21-year-old doing that. If in between that time you had missed payments, those payments aren't forgiven just because your child goes and graduates high school and moves on until in those 21.
But I wasn't on child support, so how do I have evidence?
Hey, good question, Mr. Calhoun. So let me answer this. Non-custodial parents out there, you are automatically responsible, okay? If the custodial parent goes and says, you know what? he or she's not giving me anything, so I want the state to try to help me get some money because you're not giving me anything. This is what I love to tell all non-custodial parents to do. You
Oh,
don't.
no, I always give though. I always give.
Hold on. Look, I got a good story to tell you, Mr. Calhoun, because this is how you ended up. Okay. So she went and got it. Then you said she closed the case. No such thing, Mr. Calhoun. She closed and she asked the state to stop collecting the money from you. But you still owed that money every single month directly to her.
And I always did.
Wait a minute. So if you say, you're not letting me, you're already got what you want to say and you're not listening, Mr. Calhoun. So when she closed the case 3 times, she closes it today, and then all she basically uses the state for, to make it too simple, is a collection agency. But you were paying through them, and y'all may have started getting a loan. She says, okay, I'll take you off that. Wrong verbiage. She should have basically said, I'll stop using the collection agency and you can pay me directly. Now, here's where something may have went wrong. She said, okay. You said, well, I kept paying her, Judge. Well, guess what? Probably should have kept yourself paying through the app or through the state, because now it's your word against hers if you gave her money when you weren't paying through child support.
Yeah.
So you're going to say, I sent her that, and look, and she may say, she didn't give me a penny. So that's why you're going to have that meeting to show what you paid. If it were me, and maybe I'm a little old school, I'd send a check. So you have that check that's cleared, because Cash App, anyway, that's what I would do. But so that's how you probably have these arrears. So when she closes it, you still owe. You can, your child can be 45, and as long as that case is there, you still owe that money.
So you say I owe her arrears, even though I ain't never had a gap and I always take care of my kids. Y'all can just say I owe her $45,000 and I gotta pay it.
See, that's what I said, Mr. Calhoun. Taking care of your kids is one thing, but from day
Your Honor,
one,
if I may,
a monthly payment. So go
Your
ahead.
Honor, if I may try to, can we allow the opportunity for him to present his evidence at a settlement hearing? He
Can I
was served
speak?
back in August
Yep, hold on.
2022. So
Go ahead.
give him the opportunity to present his evidence of payments and go forward from there.
You can. Ms. Starr wants to say something. Go ahead, Ms. Starr.
I don't have, she can go ahead and reset it for him to bring evidence, but I can assure you, Demetri, he contacts my kids for his phone conversation, but financially, Demetri wasn't helping. That's why I opened it back up. I did close to give him a chance, but Demetri also told me he wouldn't give me 1 red cent over the years, and he done exactly that. So if y'all want to reset it and he can bring proof, which I assure you he doesn't have, that's fine too.
So Mr. Calhoun.
So I just want to jump in right now.
What we're not
We
going
can
to
do
do,
it.
Mr. Starr, Mr. Calhoun, Ms. Starr, Ms. Calhoun, we're not going to argue about this back and forth.
That's
About
fine.
who's a good parent, who's not a good parent, who called, who paid.
Mhm.
We'll do exactly what Ms. Clark Davis and Ms. Cusick say. We're going to reset it. So go ahead, guys. Go ahead, Ms. Clark Davis.
Okay, Your Honor, we're going to set a settlement conference. Both parties are required to be there, so this can be hashed out. It will be a virtual settlement hearing, and they will receive a notice from the state prior to. Ms. Cusick, do you want to do the 9/6 to ensure we can get it on a settlement calendar?
That'd be great. Thank you, Ms. Davis.
Wait a minute, Ms. Clark Davis. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what if one of them doesn't show up to that settlement conference? Then what?
Then we come back to court and we we remind you of this conversation. You gave them a continuance to allow both parties to negotiate at the settlement. And one party did not show up, and therefore we can only go on what we have to present to the court.
So then is the court going to want to go forward because they didn't, you're going to ask me to go forward, right? They had a chance to settle and they didn't. So you're going to say,
Yes.
you want to go forward. That makes sense to me. I hope y'all understand that.
And Mr. Calhoun, there is an email in the chat. If you can please send all of your proof of payments that you've made over the years. You owe $450 every month since the original order was issued until the child emancipates at 18. So go through your payment history, send them over to our office prior to court so that your settlement hearing will be productive, okay? so that we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
review all that
Yes, ma'am.
documentation
And
keep
the
it in
first
order.
in the first Zoom call, I was trying to be available. I made a call to the child support office. They said they didn't have the email on me, but I had gave them my email.
Okay.
And I asked her to give me the link to get online. She would not give
Okay,
it
well,
to
we're
me.
gonna give you another opportunity. So you'll be set. You'll have the opportunity to get all of your records together. You'll present them to us and to Ms. Starr for review.
And what do I
hopefully
need to do
come up
to
with a
get
settlement.
visitation rights for my son? Like,
Calhoun, Mr. Calhoun, you're not even letting her finish talking. So
I'm
you're
sorry,
asking
ma'am.
questions she
I'm
may.
sorry, ma'am. I'm
That's
sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Calhoun. I'm just explaining to you the process so that you have the best opportunity to present your evidence. So collect all of your evidence. Proof of payments is all we need. This is all this court is about, how much you've paid to Ms. Starr over the years.
Ms.
Ms.
Cusick, let
Starr
me
will
ask,
have the opportunity to review that and refute it or agree to it at the settlement hearing.
Ms. Cusick, let me ask you
Yes.
and Ms. Davis a question.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how about he brings in like receipts where he's bought his kids shoes or clothes? Is that what y'all want to see?
We want to see child support payments. If
So-
there are
So not
direct payments to
Not
Ms.
where he's
Starr,
went to the mall and bought the kids clothes. You don't want to see that. Is that child support?
it is not child support, Your
What
Honor.
about when he took them out to eat lunch? That's child support?
No, Your Honor. That's being a father, Your Honor.
Yeah. What do I need to do to? I need a lawyer on this case because we always get. Man, I
Mr.
see.
Calhoun, you can definitely get a lawyer.
I
That is
definitely need one.
absolutely your
I
option.
definitely. I want a lawyer and I want a jury. I want a
No,
jury.
sir. No, sir, there's no
Like
jury trial.
this is ridiculous. Like,
You don't have a right to a jury trial in this type of case, and you don't have you have to go hire a lawyer. This is not one where one gets appointed to represent.
oh no, I will hire a lawyer. I will
Okay.
hire a lawyer.
Then take that lawyer with your proof of payments to that settlement conference, and maybe that will help. Because there's no jury trial in these cases. Ms. Clark Davis, go ahead.
Your Honor, I sent a direct message to Mr. Calhoun asking, asking him for his email address so that I can make sure that it gets to the right sources. He can also, when he sends his information to court 120, if he doesn't see the message to me, we'll have his email address and that will be the one that we use going forward.
So send your email address back to that email. She put it in the chat to you directly, Mr. Calhoun. And that's all I'm pretty much hearing from this because you've got all the answers you need. Now, anything else you're going to ask or want to know is probably going to tend to lean in the way of legal advice. So you really need to consult with a lawyer, sir. Okay? But where you've made payment, child support, not taking the kids to lunch, not buying them clothes, not taking them on trips, giving her money every month. This is your money for child support. Okay?
Okay, but how do I go about? So you said, even though my oldest two boys, they grown and they work, they take care of their own self, they file their own taxes, I'm still responsible for them?
No, sir. Once they turn 18, you're no longer responsible for those payments. We're only discussing previous arrears that were owed from the time the child support order was put into place until the children turned 18. That amount.
I'm gonna, Ms. Cusick, I'm going to do one correction right there. It's whatever the order said. If it was 18 or until the children graduate from high school or whatever, if it was a private action, whatever y'all decided. So we just need to verify. So just look at your child support order and it will tell you when your child support ends.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. They going back 8 years. I got all the paperwork from them. They went back 8 years there from today to 8 years ago. My boy's been grown. One of them been grown 5 years. He got to come up. One of them been grown 3 years.
Mr. Calhoun.
Okay, but
no, hold on.
Okay, so then you know what? This is how.
Hold on, Mr. Calhoun. Let me see if I can make this super simple because I'm thinking you're not processing what we're saying. You buy a car, okay? You finance it for 4 years, and that 5th year you don't have to pay for it because you've paid it off. But if in those 4 years there's car payments you've missed, even if you've owned that car 6, 7, 8 years, they're going to keep coming after you until you pay those car payments that were due during those 4 years, period. So this is money that you allegedly did not pay when your grown children were younger children, period. So you're not responsible for them from the day they turned 18 and graduated or emancipated high school, like Ms. Clark Davis says, what your order says, forward. This is money you owed back when they were under 18, period.
No,
Well, then that's what you're gonna bring proof of, Mr. Calhoun. I'm done. I've explained it, sir, and I'm being very patient, but you're not processing. That's why you probably should go consult with a lawyer so they can tell you, because she says sometime before those children were grown, you missed payments. That's when you bring your proof, okay? Make sure you put your stuff in the chat and get that email that Ms. Clark Davis
and
sent
then
you.
what I do understand, yes, she's saying I owe some payments when they was young, but it don't go all the way up to now. That's what I'm saying. Like, some of them payments got to be cut back 3, 4 years, 5 years ago. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know she's saying, like, she just opened this case back up, and she's saying I owe 8 years. Like, I ain't gave her nothing, which is not true. And part of the 8 years, my boys was grown. So I ain't saying like I ain't saying like since they 18 and up, like
How
no,
much
I'm
was
talking
the
about
monthly payment, Ms. Clark Davis?
some of the payments she's saying I owe her, I don't owe her. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't hear the last question.
How much was his monthly payment? Child support?
His monthly payment on child support is $450.
That's what it was when they were before the children aged out.
That's current
Correct,
support. Your
but
Honor.
there's still it's current support because there's still a child who's under the age of 18.
So this is all behind on current support?
Yes.
Okay, sir, this is behind on your child that's under 18. So bring proof. That's all I can tell you, Mr. Kelly. That's it, Mr. Kelly. I can't explain anymore. So if you owe arrears, you owe arrears. If you haven't been paying that $450 a month every single month to her, even if she closed that case, then you're behind, period. So I tell people when they close a case, you still better pay it. I tell non-custodial payments, go back up there to that child support office and say, don't close it because I want proof that I paid it. And here's the thing, Mr. Scott, see, I've muted you because you keep interrupting me. And the thing is, when she calls you and she says, little Johnny needs shoes, you know what you can say to her, Mr. Calhoun? I'm giving you $450 a month. Go buy little Johnny shoes with that because it's for food, shelter, and clothing. And that's it, Mr. Calhoun. That's it. Go to the settlement conference. Bring your proof that you have given, no ma'am, Ms. Starr, that you have given her that $450 a month each and every month since there has been a court order. That's all. It's simple. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Calhoun. Thank you, Ms. Starr. Y'all go to the settlement conference and show up. Thank you. All right.
That's it.
Sean Davis.
We're done for today.
Yes, ma'am. Sean Davis.
Well, that's the end of this hearing, and from the looks of it, the father will definitely have an uphill battle trying to prove he has been financially supporting his children. This is the reality of family court. So tell me what you think. Is the dad telling the truth, or is he a deadbeat? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.